that I've ever told publicly before, but we were sitting around one day, we were shooting the scene, and there was this porn video that was going around called Two Chicks, One Cup that I've never seen. But we were sitting around a table and the guys started texting it to each other and watching it and laughing. And I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Like, do whatever you want to do. We weren't shooting, they were setting up a shot. And then they started saying, "Oh, Callies, that looks like you, that's you." And they went on this whole, like, it was a fascinating dynamic in retrospect, because every one of them individually, almost to a one, was a friend. But they became a wolf pack, like, immediately. And I'm looking around, I'm the only girl, right? Like, this was,
wow,
what, 2008?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been 2008, because I just had the baby. And I was like, no, seriously, knock it off. I don't like being called a shit-eating whore. And they doubled down. And one of the people at that table at the time was a very, very close friend. And I was looking over going, he's got the most power of anybody in this room. All he's got to do is say, hey, leave her alone.
Yeah.
That's all it would have taken. Like, no grandstanding, no fist fights, no nothing. Just fucking leave her alone. Nothing. And I got to a point where I was like, well, I'm not going to cry. So I'm not going to say anything. And I mean, producers, directors, first ADs, all standing around, all seeing this, all hearing this. And I was like, It was a moment, and this happens as a woman walking through the world, when all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm way more vulnerable than I realized I was. And just emotionally, like, no one's gonna hurt me. But my fucking feelings were hurt. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I thought we were friends. But if you can sit here and call me a shit-eating whore over my objections in the workplace, maybe I've misjudged this situation. And I went home and I told my husband, and then spent the next hour dealing with, I was like, I need you to call. I need this to be about me right now. I need this not to be about, like, I respect
whooping someone's ass.
I respect the fact that as a man, you want to go handle this. Yeah. But A, that makes my life more complicated. And B, like, I really just need to fall apart right now.
How many times do you think you've gone home and Josh been like, I'm going to fuck somebody up at your job? Like, what do you?
Well, part of the thing about Walking Dead was never on that show.
Right.
And so part of, like, to bring this back to your question, the person that you were to me was somebody who shared my definition of loyalty. And I've come to understand as an adult, and especially in this business, my definition of loyalty is like fucking medieval. Do you know what I mean? Straight up Lancelot, Knight of the Round Table. That means something to me. And it doesn't mean that to everybody. And I've learned to, like, let that go and be like, hey, you get to, that's fine.
Do you think that's life, or do you think that's this business?
I think it's got to be both. But I definitely think that there are people who have gotten into this business because they lacked the courage to do other things. Not to say that this business is easy,
right?
But I think sometimes, maybe particularly men who aspire to certain aspects of masculinity, and so they put them on rather than actually learning them from the inside out.
Yeah.
Not always.
Yeah.
Certainly, but what I found in you and in Andy was like, no, when we say we got you, we mean we're going to start by creating a culture where that's not going to happen. And we never talked about it, but, like, there was a level of safety on that set and a level of mutual respect. And, like, it's funny because, certain people who know me would think of me as strong or ferocious. But very little matters more to me than just feeling safe. And it's kind of staggering how often, as a woman in the world, the dog's
having a dream, dude.
Totally having a dream. Yeah. Wake up, buddy. We're just so often just not safe, either because there's some producer who's saying something, or some director with his hands all over you, or, you know, you got to walk around like Wolverine with your keys through your fingers at night. Like, I think those things are connected, that I did the best work of my life, partly because in a weird way, you and Andy set up a perimeter and we're like, nothing's coming for you in here. So we can take big risks because nothing's coming for you in here. And if they do, they're coming through us, and we've got this. And the funny thing is, what that brings out in me is like, cool, I got you too.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
That's
like,
what I was going to say.
I will create this situation, you know, I will make this safe for you in different ways. I'm not going to like fight somebody to the death, but you know, I'm going to emotionally make sure that like there are boundaries, and that when you say things to me that are vulnerable, I hold them and I keep them and I keep them safe. That I think is where it's something that I've learned as a director, that like you have to create this deeply safe environment for people to do dangerous work. You can't do dangerous work if you don't feel safe.
What do you think about that? Like, what do you think about like the state of things now?
Man, it's tricky. I mean, look, I've been on set doing a love scene with a director calling while we're rolling, just take your shirt off. What? Like, I don't have a nudity rider. It's not a big deal. I won't show it. Just take your shirt off. Like, what am I supposed to do? It's the beginning of my career. This guy's a big deal.
Right.
Like, you know, so like definitely an intimacy coordinator in that moment to go, what the fuck? Cut the camera. She's not going to take her shirt off. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, yes, but in theory, man, it's tough, because in theory, those protocols are there for when there needs to be an intercession between the relationship between the actors. But there's so much panic and fear on the part of productions